Good morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag outlook for Wednesday, August 6th. A quiet trade overnight as we approach the pause. 1 to 2 lower in the corn, 3 to 4 better in the beans. Wheat prices are mixed and within a penny of unchanged. Unchanged on the meal, while bean oil that has rebounded about 35 to 40 points. Speculative traders yesterday just continued to pile on the short side of the corn, selling another 7,000 contracts. This extended that short position back out to about 185,000 contracts. Also, sellers in beans, wheat, and oil, while buyers in soybean meal now for a fourth consecutive session as they chip away at what was a record large short position. Open interest in corn, that jumped nearly 25,000 contracts yesterday, perhaps an indication that not only are we seeing fresh speculative shorts into the marketplace, but also seeing some farmers selling as they clear bin space for the upcoming 2025 harvest. Warmer and drier conditions this week across the nation's midsection will help advance crop maturity following some recent rains. Cooler ratings and better prospects for rain over the north-central part Midwest this weekend should keep both corn and soybean yields in line for record high levels, as we have now less than 1 week away from the August USDA production report. Private estimates for corn and bean yields are coming in above, if not well above, the USDA forecast. USDA's yield forecast on corn in July 181, while bean yields private estimates are coming in about a bushel above the USDA's 52.5 bushel per figure. Ethanol production from last week is expected to drop slightly to 318 million gallons. It's down from 322 the previous week, and if realized would be very near the pace needed to reach the USDA usage estimate of 5.5 billion bushels. Markets nervously await to see if President Trump looks to extend the current trade truce with China for an additional 90 days or places additional tariffs for their purchase of Russian oil. So, Chinese crushers yesterday reportedly sold about 2 million metric tons of soybean meal to local feed mills. That perhaps an indication their soybean imports from the U.S. will continue to be delayed. Fresh contract lows for corn overnight. However, D's continues to hold just above that $4 threshold. Next support for the spot September contract, really not until we get down to near that 460 area. That was a low for the spot corn last August. November beans, they continue to consolidate just under that $10 level with the support at last week's low at 986. Bean oil, that's bounced after closing yesterday lower for a fifth consecutive session. For now, soybean meal prices, they have rejected trade back above that 280 level, that from yesterday following its recent price bounce. New contract low for Chicago wheat overnight for a fifth consecutive session. Prices look to challenge that spring low at $4.99. New contract low for Kansas City as it flirts with the $5 level. And for the first time in 2 weeks, we did not establish a fresh contract low for spot Minneapolis futures yesterday. However, we're back at it here today with new contract lows being scored overnight. Taiwan reportedly passed on their tender to purchase 60,000 metric tons of wheat, citing prices were too high. Thanks for listening, everyone, and have a great day.